After being gone all night, Kid informs Lisa that Betsy has been taken into custody. Alone in a police cell, Betsy sits exhausted and bewildered, while Lisa lashes out at Becky, insisting that Betsy's been on a downward spiral ever since Becky reappeared. Becky is hurt by the accusation. During questioning, an officer tells Betsy that D.I. Costello claims she damaged a police vehicle, resisted arrest, and attempted to assault him. Betsy stays silent and refuses to respond. Later, Costello confronts Becky, making it clear that if she doesn't disappear again, things will only get worse for Betsy. At the salon, Bethany begins her first day and is tasked with supervising Hope, who's there for work experience. When a client shows them so-called miracle supplements that promise stronger hair, tougher nails, and weight loss, Hope is instantly intrigued. Bethany warns that companies like these only care about profit, not people's well-being, and uses her own experience as proof. As the client prepares to leave, she notices her pills are missing. Bethany immediately suspects Hope and demands she empty her bag. Hope refuses, and in the struggle as Bethany tries to grab it, her stoma tears. Elsewhere, Asha returns home clearly on edge and snaps at Dev. Realizing she's gone too far, she quickly apologizes and insists she can manage on her own. Curling up on the sofa, Asha hides under a blanket, shutting out everything around her. Concerned, Dev opens up to Bernie about how fragile Asha seems. Bernie suggests someone ought to speak to Naomi before she ends up pushing anyone else over the edge. Meanwhile, Tracy has had enough of Cassie lounging around the house. After overhearing Tyrone mention to Fizz how much she loves a certain band, Tracy gets an idea. Handing Cassie a pair of concert tickets, Tracy tells her they're for Fizz's favorite group, a perfect way to win back her favor and, hopefully, get Cassie out of her hair for a while. Coronation Street star feared diagnosis would stop her being cast in roles. After 13 years portraying the outspoken, leopard print-obsessed Beth Tinker on Coronation Street, Lisa George bid farewell to Weatherfield last year, but her life since has been anything but quiet. From facing a major health challenge to rekindling old loves, the actress is embracing a new chapter with optimism, wit, and resilience. In a candid chat with OK, the Grimsby-born performer revealed her fears that a rare eye disorder could bring her acting career to an end. Lisa was diagnosed with non-arteritic anterior ischemic optic neuropathy, a condition that leads to sudden vision loss, leaving her partially blind in one eye and with no side vision in the other. "My eyesight feels stable for now," she explained, adding that while she can still see long distances clearly, reading has become difficult. "Writing and numbers just blur together, so I wear glasses for reading, and I use varifocals when I drive so I can see the sat-nav." Her first experience of sight loss dates back to 2016, but it wasn't until a frightening incident in 2022 that she finally received a diagnosis. While celebrating Coronation Street co-star Katie McGlynn's birthday, Lisa suddenly realized she couldn't make out the menu. The restaurant lighting was dim. I looked down and everything was just fuzzy, she recalled. That's when I thought, something's really wrong. A trip to A&E led to a week in hospital where doctors traced the issue to her diabetes, though she hadn't yet been officially diagnosed at that time. The ordeal left her shaken, particularly as she worried about how it might affect her stage and screen work. When it first happened, I remember panicking, thinking, how will I manage in theater if the lighting's dark? She told OK. Lisa's 2024 departure from Coronation Street marked the end of an era for fans of the long-running ITV favorite. Her character Beth, who first appeared in 2011, had become a fan favorite thanks to her fiery personality, bold fashion sense, and deep devotion to her family, especially her son Craig. Beth's emotional exit brought tears both on-screen and off, as viewers said goodbye to one of the street's most colorful residents. For Lisa, the goodbye was bittersweet. Though she treasured her years on the show and the close friendships she'd formed, she felt ready to explore new avenues and reconnect with personal passions that had been on hold during her 13-year tenure. Even during filming, Lisa had to adapt to her changing vision. If we were shooting scenes outside at night, I'd always ask to stand on the inside of the pavement, because I couldn't see the curb's edge, she shared. Her sight problems have since led her to be officially listed as visually impaired on her Spotlight profile, a designation that initially made her nervous. It did make me think people might be hesitant to hire me, she admitted, but things have improved so much in terms of accessibility for performers with disabilities, so I try not to let it bother me. Lisa's honesty about her condition has also turned her into an advocate for better inclusivity in entertainment. She pointed out that simple adjustments, like providing audition scripts in larger font, could make a huge difference. When I'm asked to do a self-tape, the script usually comes as a small font PDF. I can't read it properly, and I can't edit it to enlarge the text. Despite the obstacles, Lisa is diving headfirst into new projects and enjoying the freedom that comes with variety. I've been involved in all sorts of things, and I love it, she said. I recently presented an award at the National Diversity Awards, met some incredible people, and I'm now a board member of Acting Links, which connects Lincolnshire creatives with the industry. Now in her early 50s, Lisa is also rediscovering her love of learning. During lockdown, she completed diplomas in Tudor history, the 6 Wives of Henry VIII, and Native American studies. And after years away from it, she's even considering returning to her musical roots. I gave up singing when I joined Corrie, but before that, I performed and taught with a big band. I'd love to get back into it. One dream she hopes to achieve soon? Landing a part in a historical drama. I've always been fascinated by World War II. My granddad and I used to talk about it constantly. I also adore the 1950s and 60s, so working on something set in that era would be incredible. In 2024, Lisa graced the cover of Vista magazine for National Eye Health Week and joined the Royal National Institute of Blind People's 90th anniversary celebrations. They asked me to record a reading for an audiobook, which was such an honor, she said proudly. Even with her vision challenges, she continues to perform on stage, most recently in a pantomime where her colleagues ensured her safety and comfort. At one point, I had to exit the stage through thick smoke. I couldn't see a thing, but 2 dancers guided me off. It was such a small gesture, but it meant everything. They were amazing and so supportive. Though many still identify her with her larger-than-life Coronation Street alter ego, Lisa is eager to show audiences she's capable of far more. People often still see me as Beth, but I'm not a one-trick pony, she said. I had a long career before Corrie, and I'm excited to see what's next. Beth Sutherland may have left Weatherfield behind, but Lisa George is charging forward, acting, singing, learning, and inspiring others. Her future isn't defined by her eyesight, but by her unwavering creativity, courage, and ambition.